Hi, my name is Karen Olding. Our presentation is on social networking in Chapter 23. Next slide. Why study social networking? Social networking sites account for almost 27% all time spent online, over 10% more than entertainment sites, the second most popular kind of site. The four of the top 10 apps downloaded on smartphones last year were social media apps. Over 70% adults online in the United States have at least one kind of social media profile. Near saturation social media has occurred in the age 18 to 29 demographic, with 90% of online users in the age range having one or more social media profiles. Next slide. Introduction to social networking. From its humble beginnings with 6degrees.com to Facebook to Twitter to Lycan to Vine, Snapchat, and everything in between, the role of social networking sites has come to permeate almost every aspect of the online experience. Next slide. What constitutes a social networking site, and which of the millions of web pages on the internet can be considered social networking sites? There are three criteria which the website must meet in order to be considered a social networking site. A website must allow users to 1. First, construct a public or semi-public profile within a bound system. Articulate a list of other users with whom they share a connection. And 3. View a traverse their list of connection and those made by others within the system. Next slide. Social networking adolescents. In 1996, the first identifiable social networking site was introduced. It was called 6degrees.com. 6degrees.com was based on a theory somehow associated with Kevin Bacon, actor, that no person is separated by more than 6 degrees from another. The site sprung up later in 1997. The founders of 6degrees.com worked very hard to encourage their members to bring additional people into the fold, but unfortunately this type of encouragement was seen as being too pushy for many individuals. Because of the site's divulged into a loose association of computer users and numerous complaints of spam-filled drives, 6degrees.com folded as a social networking site just after the start of a new millennium. Next slide. Other sites of the solely for niche demographical-driven markets. Some of these types of sites were AsianAvenue.com, founded in 1997. It was a product of Community Connection Incorporated. Another is BlackPlanet.com in 1999. Third is M9iGentai.com, which was a Hispanic-oriented site. All three of these sites exist today. Next slide. The biz rose up. In 2002, social networking really hit its stride with the launching of the following sites. Friendsters used a degree of separation concept similar to, or now default, 6degrees.com. 2. Lycan implemented a more sober approach of social networking. The site is still today networking a site of business people who want to connect with other business professionals. MySpace, once the most popular favorite site, was used in inviting site for a young adult demographic with music videos, along with futuristic environmental themes. Facebook leads the global social networking path, initially peddled to other university students. Next slide. How Facebook and Twitter won the web. The Facebook is king for a very good reason. Founder Mark Zuckerberg's social media site utilizes a series of smart movies and innovative features that set the platform apart from the rest of the social media pack. In 2007, the launch of Facebook platform was the key to success because it now made it possible for third-party developers to create applications that would work with Facebook itself in addition to other key Facebook's success was the like button. Twitter holds the second position because both Facebook and Twitter realize the power of social media presentation. Next slide. Infinite possibilities, the business world. Social media network are fantastic resource for businesses of all sizes looking to promote their individual brand online. The platforms themselves are free to use, and they also have paid advertising options, specifically for brands that want to reach even more new audiences. Companies now have personal websites not only to promote the individual products, but to connect with potential candidates for careers with the company, as well as to promote company's history and mission statement. Next slide. The rise of mobile multi-platform itself. You've got your smartphone, tablet, iPad. Next slide. Mobile commuting. Over the course of the past 2 years, 4 screen technology smartphones, tablets, cell phones, and even computers have been to change social networking and the way that people communicate with others. Given the abrupt rise of mobile communicating, is not surprising the most popular social media platforms of the past several years hinge on the capabilities of smartphones. Photo and video sharing applications such as Snapchat and Instagram, the latter of which is now garnered a staggering 20 billion images since its app's initially inception. Next slide. Applications for cell phones. Cell phones are used for more than communication with friends, family, and business. And now, through the use of application software apps, people are able to stay in tune into the weather, news, stocks, music, and numerous other options. Next slide. The future of social media. Virtual reality became the next blockbuster commuting platform. The technology already exists with consumer version of Oculus Rift, which sent a sale in 2014 for under $300. The potential for widespread adoption of virtual reality has become greater. Augmented reality differs from virtual reality in its applications, digital interaction to the real world instead of creating an auto-vision experience from scratch. In terms of social networking, augmented reality offers a numerous of possibilities. People could share their name, interest, relationship status, and mutual friends, all within digital sphere. Next slide. Google Glass. Believe it or not, augmented reality already exists in apps like Yelp, Google Ingress. Smartphones are more than capable of delivering augmented reality. Next slide. Protecting privacy and personal data. Personal privacy will remain one of the most important aspects of social networking. People want to be able to share information and pictures with their friends and family without having to worry about other individuals getting access to their information. Both websites and information apps must continue to work on improving the protection of professional information of their clients from other wishing to use their information for identity theft. Next slide. Business access to personal data. It would not be possible to talk about personal data safety without mentioning how businesses utilize this data. Businesses adapt to use this data as a means of employment background checks. They use information which they find for individual social media profile to see what types of individuals really they are. People need to be careful what they post on individual websites or even what they put on their individual smartphones. Next slide. As I leave you today, and thank you for listening to my presentation, I leave you with two questions. One is, how dependent are you really on social networking on a daily basis to stay connected with your friends, family, and business? Could you really live without your cell phone, tablet, or computer? Two, what is the option of some businesses and how they require future applicants to release their social media profile as a form of allowing them to performing background checks? I thank you for listening to my presentation. I look forward reading all your comments on the discussion board. Thank you.